Welcome to Tayrona, a national park about an hour outside of Santa Marta in Colombia that's home to incredible scenery and Caribbean vibes. We spent a couple of days here and what an experience that was. With heavy rain and beautiful dramatic scenery, we may have gotten unlucky with the weather, but our time here was no less memorable, and this is why. The main reason we had come here was to do the all-day jungle hike through the mountains, an intense trek that required all of our energy to accomplish. But before we got on with that, we decided to spend our first day doing something a little less arduous, or so we thought. Hopping onto a couple of scooters, we headed over to the largest of its kind in Latin America, the Macondo Labyrinth, a huge assortment of tall bushes to navigate through, and to make things interesting, a little competition was established. We took it in turns through the maze to reach each of the checkpoints. If you find a dead end, you lose, and it's the next person's turn. Whoever finds the most checkpoints at the end, wins.
She won, so it resets to me. My turn. Oh! That's a dead end.
I was not getting off to a great start. Also,
note to self, don't fall into these bushes. They hurt.
It carried on like this for a while, me leading and utterly failing, having to pass the reins over, only for my very lucky opponent to turn the corner and win again. I was sure I was cursed, having fallen into those prickly bushes and getting all the checkpoints wrong.
After all of that, it's a very sad 5-1 in favour of Melissa. As the loser, and quite counterintuitively, it's my job to get us out of here.
And at this point we were getting a little fed up. But then, after getting dizzy in that maze, I finally redeemed myself, and our weird but very delicious colour-changing reward was gratefully bestowed upon us. Now, after all of that frantic walking through the maze, we couldn't wait to get to the beach, so we headed over to Playa Los Angelos, a cosy spot on the water to enjoy a bit of beach life, though with one condition placed upon us.
Welcome to day something or the other, out here in the north of Colombia on the Caribbean Sea. Well, we came here to swim, but I don't think we're going to manage that today.
Yep, the sea was too rough, so the beach owner wouldn't allow us to jump in, but it's okay, there's more than one way to enjoy the beach. Tayrona had introduced us to its beauty on this first day, but nothing prepared us for what was to come. The next day we emerged from our hostel in the forest, a cozy place on the main path into the park, and braced ourselves for the hike. The Calabazo entrance was our way in, trickier to get to the beach, but less people than the main El Zeno entrance. Now, you can hike the whole thing, or you can cut the journey in half by taking a motorbike up the mountain. We opted for the bike, but it wasn't long until our fortunes changed, and the weather made our day very difficult.
Well, that was something. These roads are nuts. Everything got wet. When it rains in the rainforest, it rains. Jeez. And now we've got another 2 hours in this rain just to get to the beach.
Despite the torrential rain and the mud, I actually found powering through it all quite fun. Jumping over paths now turned into rivers, the cacophony of the rain and whistling trees in the wind, slipping all over the place, my very soggy feet. It was a challenge I wasn't expecting, and those memories stick with me more than when everything is perfect.
This rain is insane.
Our destination through the jungle was the beach of Cabo San Juan.
Looks like the rain has died down now for just a little bit.
And things were finally looking up.
Feels good to be finally out of those wet, slushy shoes. It's not quite the Caribbean paradise, but just good to be by the sea. It's so warm.
It took us over 2 hours to reach the coast, but we had finally made it. But there was a slight problem.
Turns out, something we forgot about, this is a nudist beach, so we're heading to the adjacent one, through the forest.
Yep, turns out we had taken the wrong turn and ended up on a nudist beach. But not an issue. This coastline is all connected with paths that allowed us to continue our loop around. This time though, I wasn't going to wear those soggy shoes. And it wasn't long until we were on another beach.
Okay, I have to admit, this place is pretty incredible. I can see why it's so famous. But unfortunately, we got here on a pretty bad day. The waves are bad, wind is heavy, but oh well, you can't win them all. Still a really incredible place.
It was great to have finally made it to Cabo San Juan, but we had a long road still ahead of us. With little chance of a swim and the light fading, we decided to push on to the main entrance of the park and head back.
And the muddy jungle fun continued.
This part of the walk is more built up than what we had endured in the mountains. There were wooden pathways to take us off the mud, and you can even hire horses. But then, and to our great relief, we finally got a chance to wash off all of that mud and sweat.
Finally. swimming in the Caribbean Sea. Ah, it's about time. Today's been intense. So much fun. So much mud, so much rain. Just all of it. It's just been, loved it.
It was still a long walk back, but our time hiking here was so much fun. Jumping over obstacles and enduring the weather, I wouldn't have had it any other way. This park is vast and beautiful, with loads more to do here if we had more time. We may have been unlucky by the weather, but don't be swayed, because no matter if you have it good or bad, you'll never forget the adventure you'll have. Our time here was over, but our journey throughout Colombia wasn't. To see the rest of our trip, check out this video, and thanks for following along.
Whoa!